headed out for another adventure. Just gonna be a quick overnight trip. Don't plan on doing a lot of back roads. May never even leave the pavement. But I'll get out a little bit. Well, I couldn't stay off the back roads. The plan is I'm probably just gonna go up to Romanos, maybe American Horse Lake, but likely I'll go camp at Romanos because I haven't been there in a while and I might do a little hiking. But there's a section here that I've got a couple of roads through that I've mapped, but a lot of it I haven't. And so I've got about 110 miles in this little square that's blank on my map of roads that I've mapped out. I'll kind of, man, this road is washboardy. But I'm gonna kind of zigzag through here and see what I find. They're just county roads as typical. And so I may not find anything, but at least I'll know what's there. I do have a mapping system that I've started doing, and basically when I drive a road, if that mile section is good, if it's interesting, if it's neat, if it's sand, if there's any reason I'd ever want to come back, I rate it. I put a yellow if it's okay, and I put a green marker on it if it's a good one. I want to come back. And that's how a lot of my routes get created, is I just start connecting green roads together and make a route that, while every road may not be good, at least it hits all the good ones in that area. So let's head out and see what I can find today. This video is going to be a little different. It's going to be a longer video than usual. I'm going to go back to trying to make some of my full-length videos. I know all the videos lately have been trip stuff, highlight reels, not much me talking, not much, more music and video stuff. This one's going to be more me talking and hanging out. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let's see what we find today. The weather's going to be nice. I do have some work to do to the Jeep tomorrow. I've had some steering and suspension issues. I'm going to be rebuilding my control arms that are shot. I've finally found at least one that's the culprit of, I think, most of my issues I've been having. So I got all the rebuild kits for everything. We'll work on that tomorrow. So it's just going to be a day-to-day overnight camp and then head home in the morning. Well, let's go see what we get into today. while this road may be a very well-maintained county road, you're up along the top of these hills and you can actually see quite a ways. It's kind of nice. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can see the mountains and stuff from the distance. But because the road is so open and the valleys and stuff are open, I've actually seen quite a bit of birds and deer so far. Of course, I can't catch them with a GoPro. They're gone before I can drag out my good camera. Sometimes roads like this can be a lot of fun as well. Sections like that's paved that doesn't go anywhere. That road basically dead ends at the river. Like, it makes you wonder why they took the time to pave that road. Maybe there was something else there back in the day. Maybe there was just that much oil field activity, because there is some oil field sites along the way. But certainly interesting. I'm seeing areas now that I don't think I've ever been down some of these roads. If I have, it's been a long time ago. For the most part, they're well-maintained county roads. There's some houses and stuff out here, some oil field locations. Who knows, maybe we'll find an old homestead or something to take some pictures of. I have decided, man, I hope you can hear me over this road noise. But I have decided that I'm going to start a Patreon page. I've had a few people request it. But honestly, for the longest time, I was like, what value can I give off of my page? You know, what would people pay money and enjoy in return? Because I don't know that I'd have time to do special videos for it or anything like that. So I don't know exactly what all it'll entail. It'll be a growing venture, I guess. But I am going to get it started. But I'll put a link to that below. One thing I know I'll include, at least in the top tier, so I'll probably set up 3 tiers like most people have set up. But I think in the top tier, I'll just start including all of my GPS routes. I'll also do for the Patreon supporters there, I will do a early release. Like now I have a couple of routes that I haven't published yet, but they're technically done for my Oklahoma backroad discovery routes. The top tier Patreon, you'll get those as soon as they're done. So you won't have the videos for them yet, but maybe you'll get them like a month earlier than everybody else or something. But that's just one way that I think people can help support the channel and support my adventures and support me getting out and doing this more. But if you're interested, link below for that. Down here in this river bottom, there's just birds everywhere. So far, most of these roads have just been well-maintained back roads that go to oil leases and stuff. But there is some nice views. You're up along a lot of these ridge lines for these roads. Hasn't been my favorite sections, but at the same time, it's back roads and some neat views. Not amazing views, but it's been worth getting out for sure. I just love finding ponds and stuff like this. One of these days I'm gonna have me a spot of land with a pond where I can camp on it. Several people out here fishing today. But you can see they have a neat little camping area. There's also a few little roads that go down to the lake. People come out here and kayak and little bass buggy fish all the time. I guess it's deep and really good fishing. Never fished it though, or brought the kayak. But that's a trip that's coming as soon as it warms up. Aren't you supposed to be in a fence somewhere? Well, it's about 1 o'clock now, so I've been traveling for 4 hours. Yep, 4 hours. And I'm almost to Watonga. I'm just a couple miles out of town. So I'm gonna cut into town. I'm gonna grab some lunch. Probably something at a gas station. Swing by the grocery store. I gotta get hamburger meat because I didn't thaw any out before I left. And I'm gonna work my way to Romanos. I got a couple more little roads I may hit up. But the goal is to get to Romanos semi-early, you know, 3, 4. So I got some daylight, some time to hang out. But it's been a fun trip. I think Romanos should be pretty open. Because the lake's drained, there hadn't been a ton of people camping yet. So we'll find out when we get there. But I'll check back in with you after I leave Watonga and grab some groceries. Well, I got my groceries and I've changed my mind. It's 1:30 now. And I'm gonna just go ahead and head to Romanos and enjoy the afternoon. I've covered most of what I wanted to cover. Probably only had about another hour of route planned out, but no sense in wasting any more of the day. There's campsites. Oh, I looked online. There's a couple of the good ones that have already gotten snatched. So I'm gonna go try to find me one before it gets too late. Well, I've made it here to Romanos State Park, and naturally the spots I was eyeing are filled. One area is filled with a bunch of Boy Scouts, which is fine. But I think I found a spot here. It's not ideal. There's just kind of a marsh area nearby, but it's shaded. It's pretty cool. There is some trees I can hang a hammock in if I need to. I couldn't find any rules on the web page as far as hanging hammocks here. I'm pretty sure some state parks you can't. Couldn't find any rules on this one, and there's hammocks all through the rest, and the ranger's driving through. So if I can catch him, I'll ask and make sure. But anyways, I'm gonna set up camp. You'll hear traffic through the rest of this video. I'm a decent ways away from the road, but there's a lot of people driving down here. It's a nice weekend. I don't blame them. There's hiking here. They stock the pond with fish, so there's fishing. There's canoe rentals and crap out there. It's kind of the first weekend of summer, so. But I'm gonna set up camp real quick, get some shade going, and I'm just gonna hang out. I've got some movies downloaded. I've got books downloaded on my phone. I might make a couple little videos while I'm here, some gear videos. And I'll probably do a walk around on the Jeep once I get everything set up. But I'll check back in with you here in a minute.
He's really good at camping.
So I've just been hanging out at camp. Got camp set up a hammock, and just been chilling. You know, it's not the greatest view, not on the water, because there's not much water here anyways. It is a pretty nice park though if you hike to some of the overlooks and stuff. Of course, not gonna fly the drone because they are illegal in state parks. Even though there's no sign saying not to, I'm still not gonna push the matter. I know it's illegal, it has been. And of course, I'm not gonna fly and bug other people anyways. So that's the biggest reason not to. But yeah, I've just been hanging out, relaxing, reading a book. Something I hadn't done in a while, relax. But I wanted to get out and camp, next weekend I'm going to camp as well, but I have a training class for the fire department, so I ain't going to be able to do a whole lot, but I am going to take advantage of the camping and camp while I'm there. But I'm just going to hang out, cook some supper here in a little bit. Just got a simple meal and enjoy the night. Got some movies downloaded, so I may watch something when I get up in the tent later. But the weather's been great. I don't even know how warm it is, 70 something. It's nice though. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with y'all while there's not motorcycles and everything driving by. Man, I've got the hiccups all of a sudden. But this is a bad place to be if you're downwind of the lodge, because that restaurant they have in there smells pretty good. But luckily I got plenty of good food to keep me occupied. Time for a little step 2. So as you can see, I made tacos tonight.
Tacos!
Nothing fancy. I'm not gonna bore you with watching me eat them. So I'll check back in with you in a minute. Good morning, everyone. I'm just hanging out here at camp. Last night was nice. I didn't do much. Cooked supper. I hiked down to the little lake that's left. Big lake's drained because of a dam issue, and they're working on getting it fixed, I think. But slept pretty good. I didn't use the diesel heater or nothing because it only got down to about 42, and I wanted to be able to hear more sounds, and I'm kind of glad I did, because there was a bunch of owls and stuff that were hollering back and forth for a while. That was kind of nice. But I've been here in this campsite by myself, this section anyways of Beaver Dam, so it wasn't too noisy last night. There wasn't much traffic. I didn't do much last night other than walk down to the lake, what's left of it. Took a little bit of pictures, but it's so moss covered and stuff, it wasn't great. But I'm not gonna do much this morning. I'm not cooking breakfast or nothing. I'm just gonna get packed up and head home. I got some work to do to the Jeep, some suspension work, so I'm gonna get home and get started on that. But I didn't want to waste the weekend and just stay home. I wanted to still get out a little bit. I do want to say thanks to Eric's Camping Adventures. His last videos have inspired me to get it back out here to Romanos. He done a trip out here and has a couple of videos on it, but I hadn't camped Romanos in a while, and honestly, this little camp didn't fix the itch. I want to come back because I want to do some more hiking and stuff. That's something I really need to start doing to get back in shape anyways, as well as hiking there at Red Rock Canyon. I ain't done that in a while. But anyways, thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and all that. It really helps the channel. I've got a pretty busy month scheduled out, trying to go camping about every weekend. Some trips bigger than others, so there'll be other videos coming. Like always, this video didn't turn out how I expected it to, but sometimes just relaxing around camp, chilling in the hammock, doing little walks, little hikes, sometimes that's what you need to do. Take a little break. But I'm gonna get home, get to working on the Jeep, and I'll check back in with you on another video.